You see, we are building a great will. Great in two senses. It's strong preference, and in particular for that which brings life, joy, peace, creativity, understanding, wisdom, control, to achieve such. We seek out what's likely to achieve such. We pursue it, having identified it. You see, it's a question of strengthening the will to find and follow that which brings life, fullness of life, life eternal. That which appears to achieve such, we pursue and follow earnestly, strongly, give priority to. And if we find we've made a mistake, we earnestly change such purpose, value, rating our will accordingly. So we seek understanding of what brings life eternal and abundance. And we seek to pursue such as our preoccupation, our concern. We are quite simply extremely economic in prioritizing that which we seek out to be truly of value. And some don't. Some spend their time musing with pleasures that are transitory, pleasures that are costly in the future. But of course, if we value life eternal, fullness of life and eternal, we don't sacrifice the future for the present. We have a concern across time. Our success, our happiness in such pursuit may give us a great gratitude that life is so blessed. And may give us such plenty that we wish to share it with others. We might share it wisely with those that treasure what we've found and pursue it accordingly. And so we make a community of prosperity, a civilization that has this propensity to help others in this pursuit of life eternal. It's the ideal group or state or church or organization culture, isn't it? One that promotes what you have found to be truly of value. And such people of like mind come together according to their individuality into different groups. And we hope they will be in harmony with each other. For if they're not, then there'll be war. Perhaps such discord, you see, as damages both sides. It's been found that a unity of a group is best not in some loyalty to some member of the group, a leader, a guru, a king, an emperor, who is a member, of course, but a god, a concept of someone in charge who personifies what you truly value. You can only be loyal to what you truly value. That may change through time, of course, through experience. Those that have similar values then are worshipping, if you like, the same God, and pulling together, therefore, in some sense, especially if that God has the characteristic of caring for the people, the members. And of course that each member values such, because they care for the other members. Why do they care for the other members? Well, they're the people near them that help them and support them in their pursuit of life eternal, have the same values. This is extremely helpful. We have the same values and live together. Unless our values are competitive. I want all and you want all. But we find that brings anything but life eternal. It brings a most fearful competition that may murder each other. So, whether God existed or not, we find the belief that he does can be an incredible holding power, embracing power towards community, and community can achieve so much more than competitive, individualistic, separate individuality. So we greatly value a conformity that is kind to the needs of each member, that each member contributes to the good of the whole in this way. The prosperity of the group. The group rewards loyalty. A loyalty that helps the prosperity in terms of bringing life and life eternal to its members. Individually, we find that gratitude brings a great cooperation and willingness to help each other. Which greatly favours the success of the group, which in turn blesses its members. And ideally, its members by being blessed appreciate and value that the group achieves such. So we get a loyalty, cooperation to any group that blesses its members accordingly. So a slave community where many are so underprivileged that they cannot feel the thankfulness and gratefulness has a lack of cohesion, replaced by a force of those that have power. If their power can be avoided, the state collapses. And there's a great desire in the people, the slaves, that the state collapses, that they have a freedom to live in a group rather more congenial. Whereas a society, a group that has the care of more of its members to a greater extent, has a greater cohesion, less opposition to its success and continual existence. So a state that has some purpose in the care of its members has a greater success in being a state. It will protect itself and do such things as increase the welfare of those that belong to it. And we'll have a culture of gratitude, which we might call patriotism, identifying with each other as, well, recognizing that they're part of our joint prosperity and that prosperity is joint. A culture in which each member is working willingly for the prosperity of all. We can see how the values develop accordingly, can't we? And how we become trained in such a society. For in some sense, something moving towards the ideal society. Heaven. Heavenly host. Which we envisage to have the sort of values that are in a successful little family. Or big family, if it's truly successful. For all its members, probably. We start to see how we become trained in the values necessary for heaven. Well, all this is what we experience in living daily on earth, in our societies, more or less. And some of us perhaps realize such and pursue accordingly, and some don't, but carry on playing with very little thought and will to pursue life eternal, life abundant, happiness, joy, peace, creativity, wisdom and understanding, care and loving kindness, empathy, compassion, forgiveness, cooperation, love, all blessing. Thank you, Heavenly